Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. I am busy working away at the greenhouse foundation. Let's go back in time now and I'll bring you up to the present time of where I'm at. It's Saturday morning. I got up early, picked up the cement blocks. So here's some of them. I've been carting them with the wheelbarrow to the backyard. Let's go have a look at that. It's a very peaceful Saturday morning. So I've got all the blocks back here and I've started laying them out. So I've got my back row kind of roughly laid out here. And now I'm starting to go lengthwise down the footings here. So yeah, hopefully it'll work out the number of blocks. I didn't really calculate that. I probably should have. I've got it roughly laid out. Kind of putting my gap between the blocks for mortar. And it works out pretty good. Not too bad anyway. So yeah, that's kind of exciting seeing the perimeter of the greenhouse in place here. Lots of work to go, but good start. So I'll put like plastic down on the ground here and then we'll fill it in with, you know, probably a wash gravel. Maybe, or maybe even stone dust or something like that. Whatever's cheapest. Maybe just regular gravel, I don't know. And that should work quite nicely. I can always put those, you know, those big square patio stones on top if I want a, you know, a nicer surface inside the greenhouse. But I think the gravel's good because, you know, when you water and that, it just kind of wets the gravel and then gives all this nice humidity in the greenhouse. I'm kind of looking forward to trying my hand at mortaring all these blocks together. I've never done anything like that before, so it will be interesting. So there's all the blocks in place now. Looks pretty cool. It's a good height. Kind of comes, you know, just a little above ground level on this side. This side's quite high, so I'll have to level the ground around it after. I'm planning on a pathway down here. I'm going to have the door, I think, on this side. So you come in kind of the main pathway to the bonsai area here. And then you access the greenhouse here. Yeah. So yeah, that is my workout for this morning. That was hard work. I'll sweep the back of the truck out. And then we have a family picnic this afternoon. So I don't know how much work I'll get done this afternoon. I think I'll have to water my trees before we go. And that might be it for today. I don't know. We're back to present time now, and today I'm going to try for the very first time to mortar these cement blocks in place. Right now they're just kind of placed there to try it all out. So it looks pretty good. I've got my aluminum frames for the greenhouse. That's the foundation of the greenhouse there, sitting on top of the blocks, and they look pretty good. They're pretty level, the footings, so I'm happy with that. So I've got to get a 3/8 gap between my blocks for the mortar. And yeah, I've got to get 2 more bags of mortar. I was looking it up. I think I'll need 3 bags total for 30 blocks. I think it does about 13 blocks per bag is what I've read. So I'm going to do that. I'll get 2 more bags of mortar. And then I'll try doing this. It's kind of scary because I've never done any of this work before. And, you know, other than watching a few YouTube videos, it'll be all new for me. So, but, you know, that's how you gain experience, by doing things. Now, I will be putting a layer on top here. So in the end, if my cement block wall here isn't perfectly straight across the top, I can correct it slightly with my capper blocks. I got my extra 2 bags of mortar. So now I'm just checking my gap. I've got a piece of 3/8 plywood. So I'm just putting it between the 2 blocks to get my 3/8 gap for the mortar. And just, yeah, doing a final layout of all the blocks. And then I'll get out a level, make sure they're, you know, level sideways. And I've got my aluminum straight piece so I can make sure they're not going up or downhill and everything's nice and square. So yeah, I'll finish my layout here and then it'll be time to mortar. I moved all the blocks around, getting them all spaced equally with a 3/8 gap between them. I checked all my measurements to make sure it's nice and square. And that's it. That's them positioned. So now I can begin the mortar work. And I'm mortified. I've done a final check with the aluminum base plates of the greenhouse. I checked my diagonals and everything's square in place, so everything's looking quite good. So I thought I'd better just check that. Make sure, you know, the foundation is underneath the frame. It is. We've got the length out towards the outside, so on the inside here I won't have too big of a little ledge down here. So that should be pretty good. And I'll have those cappers on, so that'll space it up a bit, and the cappers will overhang the block by a little bit too. So should be quite nice inside and outside. And you know, the soil level is pretty good. It's pretty well, you know, it's just slightly higher than the level of the soil here, which is good. And on this side it's quite a bit higher, so because the land slopes down here, so this side will have to be built up a bit, or you'll just see some of the foundation, whatever. So yeah, there it is. I'm now feeling more confident about mortaring all these blocks in place. I've got all my tools here. I've got the level. I've got the big trowel with the pointed end, the little trowel with the rounded end, and then I've got this tool for putting the scallops in between the blocks. You run it up to kind of finish the cement, the mortar between the blocks there. Now, these will all be covered with gravel on the inside and soil on the outside, so you won't see the joints, but I might as well practice, you know, in case I ever make a cement block wall or do any brickwork, and it's good practice to kind of finish them off and make them look nice. I need a scoop, don't I, to get that out. Maybe my soil scoop. Okay. Okay, I'll add some water to that. So the mix has to be thick enough that when you hold your trowel sideways, it sticks to it. Let me try that. Mix it with the little trowel. I'd say just a little more water, not much more though. Oh, got a dry spot in there. A little more. Oh, hopefully not too thick, too runny. I might be a little bit on the runny side, but that's okay. That's good. Okay, so here goes the first block. I'm going to start with the corner block here. So it's in position, so I'll lift it out of place. Put my layer of mortar down. I think I just mixed enough for one block here. Hope that's okay. What do you think, Jules? Okay, and let's put it in place. somewhere about there. Now I got to make sure it's level. And it's not bad to look down here. It's not working. Sure it's all centered here. Looks like it's in place. All right, block number 2. Now I got to put it on here. I don't know, it looks so easy when you watch the videos, but on YouTube. Maybe some people feel the same way when they watch my bonsai videos. It looks easy on video, but harder when you come to do it. Okay, I think that's good. Let's put the second block in place. I gotta get more mortar between here. Well, I guess that's kind of got it. Just put a little more on the inside here. We'll just trowel it smooth here. So I could come maybe this way just a bit. Like that. And that looks pretty good like that. Now let's try our little tool here. Nice. Block number 2 is in place. I'll have to mix up some more mortar. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Centered. Looks flush. A little better. There. Okay, this one's going in place. Halfway between, like that. Line it up, like that. I don't know.
Look at that!
I'm not very good at this.
That's okay, you're not gonna see it.
It's really difficult to do this.
Look at that, it's all tied together.
So I've done one row here, the end, and I'm kind of going around the corner now. It's quite difficult work. It's hard stuff. Got to keep going. I'm gonna have a quick break for supper and then I'll be back. I've still got a few hours of sunlight, which is good. I'm more than halfway around, so I've gone all the way down this row, and I'm about to here. So I've got here and all this row to complete. So it's going well. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at using the trowel. I'm not bothering with my fancy edges at the moment. I'm just trying to get it finished today because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So I'm gonna try and get it all done tonight. But it's hard work, really hard work. I have new appreciation for masons. They do a fantastic job and heavy work. I'm still in the sunshine. I've got 6 blocks to go. So we're getting there. It's going okay. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Blocks are looking good. Yeah, so that's it. So far, so good. The sun is still shining and I'm on my last block. So I've got one more there to do right there. And that's it. My perimeter is in place. Really cool. So next I have to put those cappers on top. So I'll have to pick those up, get some more mortar. Actually, I might have enough. I still got a bag. I only used like a bag and a half. So yeah, one more brick to go, or block to go. And that's it for tonight. Wow, hard work. Last block going in. Okay, here we go. Lining it up, sliding it in. Just like that. All the block work is done now, so I'm just going to go around and clean up the joints, just scrape the excess cement off. It's still quite soft, so I can just trowel it down. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm happy with it. I was getting the hang of it, using the trowel and the mortar. It was almost like in some of those videos I watch where they put it on professionally. But that's all done, so that's, yeah, I'm really happy with it. I've got everything cleaned up now. I've got all the tools cleaned up, all the mortar put away. So we'll just let that dry. Tomorrow's a holiday, so I can't get the capper blocks. So that's okay. I think I'll need a rest day tomorrow. It's hard work bending down doing all these blocks. Well, that was a big step forward, getting all these cement blocks in place. And that's all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.